Those scratches on his face are where she tried to fight for her life. It was the 11th of June 2022 in beautiful Colorado Springs at a local Walgreens. It was a beautiful summer's day, but it was just about to turn into a hellish nightmare. 17-year-old Riley Whitelaw had been working at the store. She was just the most friendly, smiley, approachable girl, and I know it is such a cliche, but she really did light up a room. She was wise beyond her years, she was very, very intelligent, but she was also amazingly funny and creative. But her light was being dimmed at work by a guy who was honestly making her life miserable. His name was Joshua Johnson. Bear in mind I told you that she was 17 years old. He was 28 and he was obsessed with her. Despite being way, way older than her, he just wouldn't leave her alone. She was not interested in the slightest. She actually had a boyfriend. She reported him to her manager, bless her. She was like, he's making me really uncomfortable. Can you take me off shift when he's on? It was like, he's making advances to me. I keep having to tell him no, but he just won't leave me alone. I really wish we would take girls more seriously. I have seen this situation in countless murder cases. But Riley did think things might be looking up. Her boyfriend actually started working at the same Walgreens. So it was almost like, okay, is this gonna protect me in some kind of way? Maybe this would get Joshua to finally see I'm with somebody else and he will leave me alone. But it actually did the opposite. It made him more jealous and more angry. Just 3 months after her boyfriend started working at that Walgreens, tragedy struck. It's the 11th of June, just before 7 p.m, when the manager of the store realized that Riley actually hadn't come back from her break from work. And Riley really wasn't the type of girl that would sit and skive off, so the manager went to look in the staff room. Just seconds later, he made a frantic call to 911. He said there was a teenage store worker in the staff room covered in blood, and police obviously raced there straight away. When they got there, they found Riley's lifeless body on the floor. There was no saving Riley. She had been brutally attacked. So who the hell had done this? Because somebody had obviously had access to that staff room when she was in there. So police immediately started looking through all the CCTV footage of the workplace, and they saw, you guessed it, Joshua Johnson. He was stacking up bins to cover the CCTV camera. But it's like, Joshua, you do realize the camera is recording you doing that though. Bleach was also found in a bin outside, and the windows of the staff room had been taped over. When police interviewed local shoppers later, a 16-year-old actually came forward to say that they'd heard a scream, but they hadn't realized it was a real person in real danger. So obviously Joshua's nowhere to be found now. He's mysteriously vanished despite having been working the store that day. So police cars went patrolling everywhere, trying desperately to search for him, and it wasn't long before they did find him. He was walking along Interstate 25 about 115 miles south of Colorado Springs. He was clearly covered in scratches, these self-defense marks showing that Riley had fought to the death. And it's actually crazy to me that Joshua thought that he was going to get away with this. His defense in court tried to claim that he'd been in the toilet when he heard a scream, he ran into the staff room, he saw Riley on the floor, she'd been attacked by some randomer, and he'd run away. I'm like, come on, Joshua, nobody is gonna fall for that. And thankfully the jury didn't either. They only had to deliberate for about an hour before finding him guilty of murder and giving him life in prison.